Hello friends, welcome to the Global Pulse. In September 2022, the world witnessed one of the largest recorded natural gas leaks in the Baltic Sea, an event that drew global attention and concern. The leaks originated from two major pipelines, Nord Stream 1 and 2, which served as critical conduits for transporting natural gas from Russia to Western Europe, particularly Germany. These pipelines were essential to Europe's energy infrastructure, making the explosion and subsequent gas leak a significant geopolitical event. At the time, various theories emerged about who might be responsible for the sabotage. Fingers were pointed at Russia, Ukraine, the United States, and even more outlandish possibilities like extraterrestrial involvement. Despite widespread speculation, no conclusive evidence was provided to identify the culprits, leaving the incident shrouded in mystery. Nearly 2 years later, a new report has surfaced, presenting a fresh theory that implicates Ukraine in the sabotage. This report suggests that the plot to destroy the Nord Stream pipelines was conceived in May 2022, at the height of the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. Despite receiving substantial support from Western countries, Ukraine was aware that Europe, especially Germany, remained dependent on Russian gas. This dependency posed a challenge for Ukraine, as it sought to weaken Russia's influence over Europe. According to the new report, a group of Ukrainians, allegedly with the full backing of Kiev, decided to target the Nord Stream pipelines to disrupt Europe's reliance on Russian energy. The report further alleges that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy personally authorized the operation. The plan involved assembling a 6-member team comprising both military personnel and civilians, including expert divers who were tasked with planting explosives near the pipelines. To avoid detection, the sabotage team posed as a group of friends and rented a private yacht from the German port of Rostock. Under the cover of night and in freezing temperatures, they sailed across the Baltic Sea. Once they reached the targeted locations, the divers descended into the icy waters and carefully placed high-explosive devices, known as HMX, on both Nord Stream pipelines. These explosives were equipped with time detonators, set to go off later, after the team had safely departed the area. On September 26, 2022, the bombs detonated as planned, causing extensive damage to the pipelines and severely disrupting Russia's gas supply to Europe. The explosions were a significant blow to Russia's leverage over Europe, as the continent scrambled to find alternative energy sources. However, the report suggests that President Zelenskyy later had second thoughts about the attack. Allegedly, the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, caught wind of the plot and advised Zelenskyy to abort the mission. Despite his attempts to halt the operation, it was too late. The Ukrainian military had already lost contact with the sabotage team, leaving them to carry out the attack as originally planned. The German authorities, who have been conducting their investigation into the attack, issued an arrest warrant last month for a Ukrainian diving instructor believed to be involved in the operation. This individual, who had been living in Poland, was considered a key suspect in the case. However, in a surprising turn of events, Poland did not act on the arrest warrant, allowing the suspect to flee back to Ukraine. With the suspect now beyond their reach, the German investigation faces significant challenges, and other suspects are also believed to have returned to Ukraine, further complicating the probe. While the new report points squarely at Ukraine, it is important to note that the theory has not been independently verified. Both Ukraine and Russia have denied involvement in the attacks, each blaming the other. Ukraine has consistently maintained that it had no role in the explosions and has accused Russia of orchestrating the sabotage. Russia, on the other hand, has dismissed the new theory as a fabrication, claiming that Ukraine would not have acted without the approval of the United States. The Kremlin has also accused the US and the United Kingdom of being behind the attacks, calling the allegations against Ukraine fairy tales akin to those of the Brothers Grimm. As the investigation continues, questions remain about whether Ukraine, if found guilty, will be held accountable for this act of sabotage. The attacks caused significant hardship for ordinary Europeans, who faced energy shortages and rising prices as a result. The international community will now be watching closely to see how the West responds to these allegations. If Ukraine is indeed responsible, it could force the West to confront uncomfortable truths about its alliances and the consequences of its support for Kyiv. The outcome of this case could reveal the extent to which Western nations are willing to hold their allies accountable for actions that, under different circumstances, would be widely condemned as acts of terrorism. Thank you very much for watching. Always stay tuned for the latest news and updates across the globe. Goodbye and see you soon.